Amid a flurry of trade rumors, DeJounte Murray has been incredibly clutch, hitting game winners in back-to-back games. You heard me right. Against both the Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat, DeJounte Murray would refuse to lose, scoring the final basket in each game, which it's not like these are bad teams that he hit these on either. I will say this about his game winner against the Magic though. I think that game winner involved a bit of luck and not how you might actually think. The reason that I say this is because on that final possession against the Magic, you see a Trae Young who's animated in the backcourt. A lot of people thought that this was because franchise cornerstone Trae Young simply didn't get the ball, when in fact, Young's frustration was because the ref didn't hear Hawks coach Quinn Snyder call a timeout. If you don't believe me, then maybe you'll believe Trae, who would actually have to confirm this after the game. Now, I can't blame fans for being on the edge of their seats when it comes to this whole DeJounte Murray situation, especially when there are some teams out there who could really use him. With it seemingly only being a matter of time before DeJounte Murray is traded, one of the teams that could desperately use some sort of shakeup has reportedly laid out the framework for a potential DeJounte Murray deal. A few days ago, we would get the report that the DeJounte Murray talks between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks had stalled and should eventually pick back up. While these talks would stall, they would at the very least give us an idea of what a potential DeJounte Murray trade would look like, with the framework being laid out. According to Jovan Buha, the negotiations were centered around D'Angelo Russell, Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2029 first-round pick, and additional draft compensation. If you ask me, the fact that Austin Reeves isn't anywhere to be found in this trade package is a massive W. But at the same time, I seriously doubt that any DeJounte Murray talks are stalling out if Austin Reeves is involved. Throughout this entire process, the Atlanta Hawks have made it very clear that if they're trading DeJounte Murray to the Los Angeles Lakers, then they want Austin Reeves. Unfortunately for Atlanta though, as we all know, the Los Angeles Lakers have been basically considering Austin Reeves close to untouchable. Now, although the Los Angeles Lakers, not including Austin Reeves, should undoubtedly be seen as a W, D'Angelo Russell hasn't exactly been making the decision to trade him an easy one, as D'Angelo Russell has been balling as of late, even dropping 39 on just 26 shots with no LeBron James just a few games ago against the Jazz. To give you an idea of how good that D'Angelo Russell has been as of late, this month he's averaged 20.7 points, 5.9 assists, and 1.7 rebounds while shooting 50% from the field and 46.2% from three. But even with his improved play, the Lakers have still struggled to find any sort of consistency, which has woefully become a recurring theme this season. It's like every time that this team takes a step forward, that step forward is inevitably followed by them taking 2 steps back. This past week, the Lakers would rip off huge wins against 2 of the tougher teams in the Western Conference in the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks. And how would they follow up these huge wins? By dropping a stinker to the Brooklyn Nets of all teams. How bad are the Brooklyn Nets? Coming into their game against the Los Angeles Lakers, the Brooklyn Nets had only won 1 of their last 9 games.
Your confidence level of just like letting this one go and moving forward, or having a hangover, how do you break that up and make sure this doesn't carry over to another game?
Watch NFL playoffs tomorrow. That's what I'll do.
I, for one, don't blame LeBron James for just wanting to watch some playoff football to take his mind off of things after losing to a Nets team that has been performing well below expectations this season. To be fair, it is the NBA. You're going to lose games to bad teams. At the end of the day, every team in the NBA has a ton of talent. I mean, the Nets' one win during that losing streak did come against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, losing happens, but to this Lakers team, for whatever reason, every loss feels like it's the end of the world. While DeJounte Murray could potentially inject some life into this Lakers team, at this moment in time, he wouldn't fix all of their problems. But at the same time, if you were able to get him for a bargain, then he could be one unbelievable band-aid. The only problem with DeJounte Murray potentially coming to Los Angeles on a bargain is that the Atlanta Hawks, as we have said multiple times, are going to want a decent return on investment. To add to this, there are multiple teams interested in DeJounte Murray, with that list only seeming to grow. Apparently, the Brooklyn Nets are interested in him, even if they have no interest in meeting the Hawks' asking price of 2 first-round picks. Now, the Brooklyn Nets being interested in DeJounte didn't really surprise me. What did surprise me was seeing that the Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo-led Milwaukee Bucks had interest in him. So with the Bucks trading their best perimeter defender away for Damian Lillard, and the Bucks defense as a whole struggling, being ranked the bottom 10 defense in the league, it makes sense that this team would address their point of attack woes. I just still don't see DeJounte Murray being the perfect answer to their problems. And that's not to say that DeJounte, who has displayed low effort defensively this season, can't defend, because we've seen him be more than capable on that end in San Antonio. It's more so to say that there just may be cheaper options and even better defenders out there if what the Bucks truly want to do is get better on the defensive side of the basketball. To just start listing guys, this feels really nasty to say, and I'm really hoping that this report isn't the least bit true, but apparently Herb Jones, who is on a great contract and shooting a career high 37.8% from 3, is available. We've seen that Dorian Finney-Smith is available even if the price is disgusting. Quentin Grimes, who has voiced frustration with his role in New York, is available. There's reason to believe that Bruce Brown, who the Lakers currently have interest in, could be had for the right price. Marcus Smart, who is one of the best point of attack defenders in the league, could become available with the Grizzlies having a bad season, and the same goes for Matisse Thybulle on the Blazers. Now, I really wanted to include Alex Caruso on my little list of potentially obtainable defenders, but apparently the Bulls aren't even entertaining interest, with Caruso being believed to be untouchable, which this is something that I would fully expect to change if the Bulls were smart. Don't get me wrong, DeJounte Murray in Milwaukee would be silly to see, but like I said, if the Bucks are looking for a point of attack defender, then there are really some good and more affordable options out there. For crying out loud, the Bucks only have 2 upcoming tradable draft picks, and they are both second rounders. Knowing John Horst's body of work though, they really might make something shake. This guy is just like me for real. In all seriousness, for the Bucks to make a legit legal DeJounte Murray trade happen with what they have, they would have to include Pat Connaughton and Bobby Portis, which along with their 2 second-round picks just wouldn't be enough in my opinion to bring home DeJounte Murray. But if the Bucks' interest in DeJounte Murray was genuine, then you'd have to assume that they just get another team involved. Maybe, just maybe there's another team out there who's just in love with Chris Middleton or some of the Bucks' other assets that would feel comfortable facilitating a potential DeJounte Murray trade. To me, the Bucks' interest in DeJounte Murray is nothing more than a tactical report in an attempt to drive up his price, but at the same time, we have seen crazier things happen. Never in a million years would I have thought that I would see Damian Lillard in a Milwaukee Bucks jersey, but yet here we are. So yeah, I can't wait to bring you guys an update video in a few days or a week or so about DeJounte Murray getting traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. With my luck, something like this would happen tomorrow. I mean, it would be terrifying if DeJounte went to Milwaukee, became more efficient and locked in on defense. DeJounte isn't really the most efficient first or second option, but as a third option, that could be nice. Guys, let me know what you think of everything down in the comments below. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm GetLikeCoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.